All right, let's take a look at problem 6 and 7 from this. So problem 6 says point K is between A and B. So I've got A over to B, and I've got point K in between. So it tells us first AB is 8, so that gives me a total length. And you want to be really careful about labeling these because it's easy to make the problem a lot harder. AK is x squared, and KB is 3x minus 2. So if we set this up similar to the other problems, I've got x squared plus 3x minus 2 equals 8. All right, get everything to one side because it's a quadratic. X squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. And that's factorable. Now this is going to flex some of those Algebra 1 muscles from last year. So we've got an x, we're going to do a plus 5, and an x minus 2. Because 5 and 2 multiply to 10, the negative makes it a minus 10. And then we want the 5 to be positive, so it's a positive 3 if we multiply it back out. So that gives us x plus 5 equals 0, and x minus 2 equals 0. So x equals negative 5, or x equals 2. Now, I always like to go back and check and make sure if these both make sense. So if I plug negative 5 in, I get 25 on that side, but on this side I get a negative. All right, so from a geometry standpoint, that negative 5 doesn't make sense in this particular problem. Now, I'm going to check the other one. If I plug 2 in, I get 2 squared, which is 4. And if I plug 2 in here, I get 2 times 3, which is 6, minus 2, which is a 4. All right, those lengths are both 4. So, yes, K is the midpoint, so the halfway point of segment AB. All right, now, if we move to question 7 says, use the number line to find each of the following. So it says AB, and there's no marking above it, so it's asking for the length. So from A to B, we have a length of 2. All right, then it asks for CA. All right, C to A, that's from here to here. So we're looking at a length of 3. All right, and there's not a direction when we talk about the length. Then we've got DE. DE is up here. That's 3 units long. All right, ED is going to be the same length as DE, right? Because they're really both representing the same segment there. Then it says C is the midpoint of, and we have to find something equidistant on each side. So I notice is I've got 3 points out here to D, and I've got 3 points out here to A. So I could say C is the midpoint of AD. Now the next one says D is the midpoint of. It looks like I've got 3 units on that side, 3 units on that side. So if I said CE, that would be a true statement as well. All right, so those 2 videos take you through the notes for section 1.2. That should have you ready to go for the homework on 1.2. Most of it is segment addition problems. Always remember, draw your picture. That's going to help you out a ton. And then that last section is just determine whether or not they're congruent. If you have any questions, bring them to class and we'll get them answered. All right, have a great night.